Welcome everyone to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. My name is Natalie and I'm the SA of this club. Before we start the meeting and before I introduce the club president, in Bhinneka we have housekeeping rules and we have made it into this interactive video. So please enjoy the video. All right, let's get ready to have fun. If you haven't renamed yourself, feel free to rename yourself according to your meeting roles. And I want to welcome the club president, but I think she is currently MIA, missing in, now she's back. All right, so club press, are you connected yet? Club President DTM Pipit Andriani, are you connected yet?
I just dropped out of Zoom.
Awesome. So to open this meeting, please welcome DTM Pipit Andriani, our club president.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. And although there are only like 50 of us, but it's okay. Then that's something like, what, 50? Yes, 50. In our mind, it's like 50 of us. But thank you for coming, and then we managed to start on time. Today we have a very special theme, which will be elaborated later by Tom. But I'm sure everyone is familiar with the theme, fake news. We are surrounded by it, things like that. So I don't know about Nabiha, who lives in Mauritius, right? Yeah, but in Indonesia, fake news is everyday news. So I don't know about in Mauritius. Maybe you can share about that later with us, so we know a little bit more about Mauritius. But all in all, I hope everyone will enjoy the meeting today, and then have a smooth meeting without any particular difficulty. Okay. Now, hereby, I would like to open Bhinneka Toastmasters meeting. Yay. Okay. Now, let's call our Tom to start the proceeding of this. Please welcome our Tom.
All right, welcome to our club meeting. And again, it's not about the size sometimes, but it's about the quality. And, you know, we have a lot of quality members in this group. And we have, oh, Safira, hi. Nice to see you. Okay. And today's theme, there we go, is fake news. It's fake. It's fake news. It's all fake. Fake news. Get that reference. All right. So again, we have 3 different sessions, right? We have prepared speaker, which we have 1 that way. And we have table topics, and we're going to have an evaluation session. And in my case, we're going to get done early, right? There's no need to waste everyone's time. If we're going to be here, we can do it right with this many people it can be done efficiently, effectively, and it all counts. And we get to go about our weekend. It's great. And in Mauritius, it just started. So you got all day, right? Yes. What time is it in Mauritius? Like 12 p.m.?
No, it's 15:06.
3. Okay. Still 4 extra hours of life on the weekend. It's great. Okay. So we have a great team, and we have an evaluation team as well. This meeting cannot be done alone. We're going to go back to our president, but she's going to be the GE. Pivot, our GE, to introduce her team.
Sorry, my tablet just slipped. Okay, yes. So the Toastmasters, of course, will not be able to improve without any evaluation, and we will be evaluated in many different directions. So the first member of my evaluation team is grammarian. Yeah, please share with us the job of the grammarian and introduce the word of the day and how to use it.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers. I will listen carefully to your language usage, and I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day, and it is fake news. And I don't think it takes much meaning to it. I don't think I need to say the meaning because it's already stated. So don't forget to use your word of the day, and I'll be watching you. Okay, back to you, our GE.
Today, I saw in the fake news that Ben is running to be the next president of the United States of America. So we know for sure that's fake news. Without even confirming it, right? But anyway, that's fake news. Yeah, I don't know what fake news you heard last time, but fake news for me, it's a hoax basically, but more formal than just a hoax. You know, if it's hoax, usually it's shared between families and friends, you know, from social media, getting passed on. But fake news is more serious than that. So it's actually when a news agency actually decided to run a totally different narrative of a certain incident, for example. So in Indonesia, for example, we have a presidential election. There are 4 news stations, for example, 3 runs the winner of this election is this. And suddenly there's one who suddenly gives the winning to the other side, which is totally fake. So that is fake. All right, now let's go to our next team member of the evaluation team, our time. Bini, are you still there? She doesn't blink though. Okay, let's go
You're
to.
very quiet. You're very quiet, Dini. I can hear you, but it's super quiet.
Oh, there you go. There you
Okay.
go.
All right. So it's my time to explain my role as a timer, which is to time all the speakers performed in this meeting. So for the prepared speech speaker, it is Nabiha. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Yes, for Nabiha.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
5 to 7 minutes. So please pay attention to my screen. I will turn the virtual background into green if it reaches 5 minutes, and then it will be yellow in 6 minutes, and then red in 7 minutes, and then you will have 30 seconds to wrap up. And then next for the table topics. Okay, for the table topics, 1 to 2 minutes, 1 minute will be green, and then 1.5 yellow, and then 2 minutes will be red, and then only 30 seconds as the grace period. Last but not least, we have our evaluator, Severin. So Severin, you will have 2 to 3 minutes, and then it will turn into green when it is 2 minutes 2.5 will be yellow, and then it will end with red at 3 minutes, and then you only have 30 seconds to wrap up your evaluation. Well, I think that's all for my explanation of my duty. I hope that it's clear, and then back to you, our GE.
Yes, it is clear. Thank you so much for your explanation. At this time, let's go to our last member of the evaluation team, who is doing his favorite role under the sun, his accounting. Please welcome Brenda.
Thank you, G. Pipit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share screens to you. Share screen. How to do this? Share screen. Okay, cool. This one. Share. Okay. I am expecting that you are now seeing the counter sheet. It was made originally by Alicia Curtis. However, I already adjust a little bit here and there. So you can find the name of Natalie, Pipit, Ben, Rendra, Dini, Bia, Nabia, Jeffrey. Jeffrey is evaluation one, right? Cool. So basically, it is divided into two. Like, so yeah, what now, but, because, until, meaning that actually this word can be avoided, and it just doesn't change the real meaning of your sentence. However, some people have tendency to use it here and there many times, and I'll count it. And for the second part is non-lexical. It's definitely not a word. It's like or repeated word. Yes, it can be counted as a word, but it is just repetition of words, which is supposed to be not that repetition. And elongated word, like you say, something is too long for it's supposed to be normal. And tongue click, like, well, this is English language. I never heard tongue click is a part of English language, so I'll cut it. So this is the Excel that I will be using. I'll give the report once the GE give me time to present the reports to each of you. So what you need to do is to avoid those lexicals and non-lexical as advanced as possible. I think that's all. I am now stop sharing. Give a control back to our president, aka GE of today. Pipit, time is
Thank
yours.
you so much for the explanation, Rendra, with his with his work of accounting that he really likes. Yeah, I don't cannot imagine Rendra doing accounting without that complicated table. To be honest with you. Okay, now there is someone who is also a member of the evaluation team, but I will introduce to you this person later, who is speech evaluator, and she will have her own time later during our session. Now I'm done with explaining the role of our evaluation team, and I will give the control back to our Tom Ben.
Okay, we're back. We got some guests. Welcome, Mohammed and Alvin. What's up, dude? Okay, welcome, guys. Our humble little party is getting a little bit bigger, which is okay. It's all good in games. Now, a little bit. Now, Pipit, she reminded me something about me running for president. Now, in theory, it doesn't take that much for someone to run for president in America. Only 3 pieces of criteria. Let's play a little game. Now, half of you don't have your cameras on, but if you're at the age of 35 and up, that's one criteria. Who's in that criteria? Rendra? Are you 35, Rendra? Put your phone down. Yes. So if you're 35, that's one piece of criteria that you make. Now, the second one, I don't think anybody here makes. You have to be a resident of the United States for 14 years. So that's 2 for me. I don't live there anymore, but it's still technically I'm a resident. Also, and the most important one, you have to be born in America. So that's 3. And once you meet those 3 requirements, you have to pay $5,000 for a campaign and you're good. You can run for president. Pretty simple. Sorry, guys and girls. Again, gender, religion, not a thing, but I'm still eligible. I just don't want to waste $5,000. All right, enough of that. More to the fake news. Rendra used to have long hair. That's not fake news. It's growing back. Okay, anyways, we're going to go to the prepared speech session. Will be the next Kanye. I am the voice of a generation. Okay. To introduce our first speaker, let's introduce her evaluator, Severine, all the way from Mauritius, to evaluate her speaker, who's all the way from Mauritius also. Severine, can you please introduce your speaker here?
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Ben. So Toastmaster Nabiha is doing her path in presentation mastery, level 3, project 1. And I will be evaluating her on persuasive communication. Toastmaster Nabiha.
May I start? Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I'd like to talk about something that often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. The undeniable link between our actions and our mood. This connection, deeply rooted in neuroscience and fundamental to personal development, has far-reaching implications that touch every aspect of our lives. Recent research in neuroscience has illuminated the intricate relationship between our actions and our mood. When we engage in positive actions, such as acts of kindness or expression of gratitude, our brains release neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. These feel-good chemicals not only enhance our mood, but also contribute to an overall sense of well-being. Conversely, negative actions trigger the release of stress hormones, leading to heightened feelings of anxiety and tension. Understanding how our actions define our mood is a crucial aspect of personal development. Cultivating emotional intelligence involves recognizing the impact of our actions on ourselves and those around us. By developing self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy, we empower ourselves to make intentional choices that positively influence our emotional landscape. The link between actions and mood is particularly pronounced in the context of mental health. Engaging in activities that bring joy, practicing self-care, and maintaining healthy routines can contribute to positive mental well-being. On the other side, neglecting self-care, engaging in self-destructive behaviors, or consistently dwelling on negative thoughts can exacerbate mental health challenges. Our actions play a pivotal role in shaping the dynamics of our interpersonal relationships, whether in familial, romantic, or platonic connections. The way we communicate, support, and engage with others significantly impact the quality of these relationships. Positive actions foster trust, intimacy, and collaboration, while negative actions can erode the foundation of even the strongest bonds. Zooming out on a societal level, the collective action of individuals contribute to the overall mood and atmosphere of communities. A society characterized by kindness, empathy, and cooperation tends to foster a positive and supportive environment. Conversely, communities marked by conflicts, hostility, and indifference create a challenging backdrop for individual growth and collective progress. Now let's explore some practical strategies to harness the power of our actions for positive change. Firstly, we have practicing gratitude. Incorporating a daily gratitude practice can shift our focus towards positive aspects of life, influencing our actions and subsequently our mood. Next, we have mindful choices. Being mindful of our actions allows us to make intentional choices aligned with positive values, fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Cultivating positive habits. Positive habits, whether in work, relationships, or self-care, creates a foundation for a more positive and resilient mindset. Lastly, we have empathy in communication. Practicing empathy in our communication fosters understanding and connection, positively impacting both our mood and the mood of those we interact with. In conclusion, let us embrace the idea of our actions defining our mood, and in turn shape the world around us. Let us be architects of positivity, builders of joy, and ambassadors of empathy. For in doing so, we not only enhance our own lives, but become catalysts for a more compassionate and harmonious world. That shall be all from me today. Thank you for your attention. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Awesome. Good job. Well done. And again, good message that we could all use in our everyday life and how to kind of focus and not dwell on the negative. So well done. Okay, so fake news again. Her speech wasn't fake news. But fake news typically came around in 2016. Remove spotlight. There we go. 2016 is when fake news came around. And Elios is here. That's not fake news. That's real. Welcome, Elios. Gail, nice to see you as well. And I'm going to give you guys a funny story that happened in 2016. This is kind of funny because I think, let me just do a double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is for the ladies out there. 2016, if you lived in Saudi Arabia, in 2016, on International Women's Day, Saudi Arabia listed women as finally as mammals. Congratulations. Now, too many non-cameras. I don't get to see reactions. That was obviously fake news. That didn't happen. That women have always been mammals in most countries, I think. Also in 2016, a 19-year-old killed her roommate because of her addiction to Candy Crush, and she killed her with an industrial-sized bag of jelly beans. Yep, killed with jelly beans playing Candy Crush. Now, of course, that story was also fake, but apparently over 400,000 people engaged in that conversation on Facebook. Social media has pretty much created fake news, and it just kind of gives us an idea that we have to really pay attention to what we read and don't just believe the first thing that pops up. Especially right now, we have a lot of different wars going on, and being a military person myself, if you post a picture and someone uses it and they cut it a little bit, it could tell a completely different story. A picture has 1,000 words. So different perspectives, perception, and you can kind of twist it to make your story whatever way you want. As individuals, we have to be really careful on who do we believe and what story is being told, what side of the story is being told, and be very careful because you might fall into a trap you might not want to. Anyways, we had one speaker today and it was awesome. So you win. But let's first, our timer, did she make time? Dini?
Yes, she did in the
Yes,
chat box.
Nabiha spends 5 minutes and 3 seconds.
Awesome. I don't have the chat up, so okay,
Yeah, I
good. She did it. Way to go. All right. I'm gonna not do fake news. The election for the best speaker goes to Nabia. Great job. Great job. Well done. Well done today. Now let's go to our table topic master. We all get to speak. So if you're here, you're getting to speak. That's not fake news either. Natalie Chayati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ben. Wow, what an interesting topic we have tonight. Fake news. Raise your hand if you have heard of fake news. I think most of us have heard of fake news. Now raise your hand if you are the one who spread the fake news. I'm sure nobody wants to raise your hand. Okay, Ben and Rendra. Okay, we have to
Accidentally.
gentlemen. Okay, well, we have a lot of honest gentlemen here, contrary to my expectations. But that's great. So our table topic tonight will be about fake news or something related to that. As usual, table topic is about training you to think on your feet, impromptu speaking, and you can speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will give you a topic or a question related to the theme. If you want to try table topic, you can write down on the chat. You can raise your hand or use the raise hand function, and I will pick you based on first come, first serve. All good so far? Let's go. Who wants to be the first volunteer? Okay, E.T. And then after E.T. is Muhammad Hussein, Toastmaster Muhammad Hussein. So first up, Toastmaster Eleos. What is one of the worst fake news that you have encountered or you have listened? Can you explain or elaborate more to us? Thank you.
Let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, how many of you believe that Earth is flat? Raise your hand. No? Oh, okay. So you are believing that Earth is not flat. Yeah. Okay, good. Because I think this is the worst fake news that spread on around the internet, and even meme is speaking to us about this specific topic. The flat earthers say that. I saw so many memes that if the earth is round, why the car is not like this, the tire? How we can move if the tire is like that? And I do believe that this is not easy to identify the fake news. Either it is truly fake or it is just a made up. And there are an organization that is researching about this. So during the COVID-19 protocol, there are so many fake news spread all around the world. Well, like, the chip will be planted on the vaccine if you get injected by certain brand of the vaccine. Do you believe on that? That you will be monitored all around what is your activity? And Why it doesn't make sense? Because is there anyone that want to spy all of your activities, like what is Ben watching, what is Rendra doing, or even why someone is having an affair? Well, it doesn't make sense at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, if you happen to see or watch fake news, just ignore it and don't spread it, please. Back to you, ETM.
Thank you, Toastmaster ET. Wow, the earth is round. It's very interesting because sometimes we are brought up with certain truth that we accept without thinking or researching any further. So I think, like you said, it requires discernment. It requires further research to really understand what is truth and what is fake news. Okay, next I have Toastmaster Muhammad Hussein. How are you, sir? Can you hear me?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Welcome. Maybe I
Hello.
miss out earlier, but where are you connecting from?
From Saudi Arabia.
Awesome, from Saudi Arabia. So I'm gonna post the question in the chat box as well. But the question for you is being able to distinguish fake news and truth requires wisdom. Can you share with us how you usually distinguish fake news and also truth? Can you share with us how you usually distinguish fake news and also truth? Toastmaster Muhammad Hussein.
Thank you. I think one of the tools that you distinguish between fake and truth is to listen from both parties. Even if you have problems or fighting between two guys, everybody will say something. This will say story, and the other one, he will say another story. So to distinguish, one of the tools is you have to listen from this side, and you have to listen from both sides. Yeah, I think this is fair, and you will collect the puzzle, help you to collect the puzzle to complete the full picture. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Hussein, for that answer. I do agree that we need to listen to both sides to have objective opinion about the situation. And, you know, in communication, the first step is actually not speaking, but to listen. So thank you for sharing that. Who wants to volunteer next? You can use raise hand function or...
May I?
Yes, who is that? Your name, please? Yes. Oh, Toastmaster
name,
Honey. Okay, let me just spotlight you on. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Cool. Thank you. So the topic and the question tonight will be related to fake news. And now we're moving on to like the third topic or questions. Have you heard about myth? Myth?
Miss, yeah.
Yeah. So we grew up with myth that we believe it's true, but it might not always be. Can you share one of the myths that you once believed was true, but you realize after you grew up as an adult that it's actually not true? So let me repeat the question. Can you share with us one of the myths that you once believed it's true, but afterwards you realize it was not true? Toastmaster Honey.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. When I heard about myth, when I was a child, there is adult people always talk that, hey, uh, don't open your umbrella in the house because there is something bad happen at later. Hey, please be wake up earlier because your uh, your you will get more and earn more by wake up earlier. Hey, do you know about myth about um the adult woman don't stand up in the door, so there is something bad happen. But what I realized, sometimes when we heard about myth, it sounds is that true? Will be happen? Do we need belief or not? I guess it depends on our side, our see the situation. If you say I believe or not, I guess in the between. So when there is the context, it's it's good for me. Like and advice is good for me, so I can see the positive. Oh, it's a good way for me. But if I can see when I grow up, oh, this is not good, or I guess it's not true, so I don't believe it. So I guess I can see with when in the different two ways, between a positive way or negative way. So it depends on your belief. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Honey. Yes, I do agree with you because we grew up with a lot of myth that doesn't really make sense, but we were forced to believe it. You mentioned about, opening up umbrella in the room. I think I was also grew up with something similar to that. I never put like number 4 because, my family background, we are from Chinese ethnicity. So number 4 in Chinese is sa. It's like the same pronunciation with that. So we're trying to avoid anything with number 4. And, after growing up, I realized it's just a fake news. So thank you for sharing that. Next, who wants to go next? Nobody said something, and I'm gonna pick Gail. Hi, Gail.
I
All right.
Tali.
So the question for you is, fake news can be found anywhere.
Yeah.
From your experience, where do you usually find fake news? You can also elaborate about the fake news that you found. From your experience, where do you usually find fake news? Share some of your experience. Thank you. Toastmaster Gail.
Yep. Okay. Fake news. Yeah. You know, fake news can be found in social media like Facebook, Twitter, sometime in the YouTube also. So as you know, we will face to the election in the 2024. So we need to make sure everything about the fake news. You know that currently there is many hoax news. What is it? Fake news to involve to 3 or candidate. So if you get the information is not true or is not correct, you need to make sure the make sure that the news and check the actual this is true or not, because yeah, it will impact to the result of election. So for me, for the next in the election, we need to check everything about the candidate before we choose. This from me, and back to Natalie. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geo, for that response. I do agree. Right now, social media, it's not only a source of comparison, it could also become a source of fake news, because a lot of people, compared to, maybe 10, 20 years ago, we read newspaper, and whatever in newspaper is usually news or like based on truth. But now we read social media pages, and we blatantly and easily believe that everything written there is as credible as the news that we read maybe 10, 20 years ago. So yeah, thank you for reminding us about that. Okay, who wants to go next? Who hasn't got like a chance to speak? Alvin, are you here? Alvin? Okay. Rendra, I'll give it to you first then. Don't
All right,
worry,
ma'am.
everybody will get chance. Ben, you will be the last one. Don't worry, you're on my list. Okay, Rendra. Let me just add my spotlight. Okay. Rendra, I'll give you a statement. It requires talent to do public speaking. What is your opinion about this statement? Is it true? Is it false? What is your opinion about this statement? It requires talent to do public speaking. Toastmaster Rendra.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, I do agree with that statement. Well, it requires talents to do public speaking. The question next is, what kind of levels the talent is needed? Well, it depends on. If you would like to compete and winning the champions, area level, district level, international level, you need to watch Natalie's speech. If you just want to have ability to speak before your family members when you have reunions or even school reunions, you do not need has that high score of talents. However, myself, I see some people need a space to learn and to grow. It is in Toastmasters that we would like to see whether do we have really talents to do a public speaking. So I would like to tell you all, in a Toastmaster is a place to know that do you have a talents to do a public speaking in a certain levels. If you keep on polishing public speaking skills, it will grow. Well, never expect that your talents will be as high as Natalie's. You never knows how if your talent is more to the stand-up comedians. You cannot say really long, but whatever you say, it make 1,000 people laugh. Or you have a short sentence talents. If you say it, ladies will love you. No one knows. So how can you know that? Just try it on. Give a shot to those potential audience. So yes, of course, it requires talents to do a public speaking. For at least you can speak. Give a control back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra. I was just sitting quietly and suddenly I heard my name being called. Thank you, Rendra. Let me give you my opinion about this. I believe that it does not require talent, but it requires effort to be able to do public speaking. We are not born to be a Martin Luther King, but we can be him. But I respect your opinion, Rendra, because I think you meant the same thing. So thank you, Rendra, for sharing that. Okay, next. Who wants to go next? Alvin, are you still here or no? Toastmaster Alvin. 1, 2, 3. No, yeah, okay. So I'll go to Dini. Timer Dini Nuris.
Hi, wait a minute.
Okay, Ben, can you be the timer, please? Thank you very much. Okay, let me spotlight you. Yep, you are audible and visible.
Yes.
I'll give you the easy one. What kind of fake news do you usually read or listen to on daily basis? Because fake news is everywhere. Unconsciously, we listen to it on a daily basis. Can you share with us what kind of fake news do you usually read or listen to on daily basis? Toastmaster Dene.
Well, basically, I don't do or read WhatsApp groups, because lots of fake news are coming from WhatsApp groups, and then I don't really have that much groups in my WhatsApp, so I don't really listen to fake news on my daily basis. But one thing for sure, that the only fake news that probably I never believe it is my husband saying, okay, 5 menit lagi aku bangun. So that's a total lie to me because after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then hours, he's not even awake. So that's the only fake news that I listen on my daily basis. So ladies, when you have a husband and then your husband said that, okay, 5 menit lagi, 5 minutes more, I will wake up, then never trust it, okay? Because it will be a total lie. That's all. Back to you, Natalie.
Wow, Dini, I can tell that the sharing comes from the heart. I wish your husband is here and he listened to this. So you can also show this recording to him. Crop your own part and then play it to him. Make it happen. 5 minutes. Wake up. I hope it happens in real life. Okay. All right. So, Bia, do you want to try?
Sure, I'm having a bad signal, but let's see if it's smooth for this one.
Sure thing. Bia, are you still single?
No,
Already, but not yet married, right?
no, definitely not.
Okay, so you're in a relationship, but you're not not married yet. So in Chinese, there's a saying that if a lady does not get married before 30, she will be a leftover woman or 生育. What do you think about this saying? In Chinese, there's a saying that if a lady doesn't get married before 30 years old, she will be a leftover woman. What do you think about this saying? Toastmaster Bia.
Woman, a leftover? I think it's two words that would enrage feminists out there, including myself. And I personally don't think that we could treat women in such ways that we would treat food, leftovers. So I don't agree with that. And I think none of you agree with that too, unless there's someone we could take a torch and burn down their house. Okay, just kidding. But I don't think any male would ever say that out loud. I think that when it comes to romance, I think what people often disregard is the fact that it's chances, luck also has a play in it, and your background and the way that you were brought up plays an important role when you want to meet someone. And sometimes we just don't have that other missing puzzle, and sometimes for some women that other missing puzzle took a while to find. And that's why I don't believe in the saying that women are leftovers when they're entering their 30s. And I don't think that you would believe it either. So that is my take on women being leftovers. Back to you, Nat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bia. I gave this topic for you because I think you can twist it to it's quite tricky, but it can also be potentially humorous. So I'm very glad that you're able to share your opinion on this topic. It's quite sensitive in a way, but I think in the past 5-10 years, the general society is becoming more open for like single mature woman. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, who wants to go next? Who hasn't gone? Alvin, are you still here or no? If not, I'll give it to Ben then. Ben? Okay, now wait, let me spotlight you first. Yes, Ben. We have been talking about listening to fake news and countering fake news, but sometimes when we extrapolated fake news into some fake belief that we say about ourselves, that could also be interesting. So the question for you is, what are some fake beliefs that you have told yourself? Can you share some of the fake belief that you have told yourself? Toastmaster Ben.
Thank you very much. I'm tall. Yes. Now, it's more like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's all about, again, we go back to perspective. So I'm American, and as an American, we use feet, so I'm going to use that. The average American male is 5'9". I'm 5'6". So I'm short. I moved to the shortest country in the world. I'm average. It's amazing. I marry my wife, who is about 5 foot nothing, and her family is all about 5 foot nothing. I'm the tallest person in the house. I can reach the top shelf with ease. So I live in a world full of tiny people, or average people, or small people, depending on where you're at. Now, if we were to go to Europe, say like Sweden or something like that, where they're like, all of them are 6 feet tall, I'd be tiny. But I'm not. I moved to the country that is literally the shortest country in the world. I also said I'm a millionaire. And of course, I wasn't in the US until I came to Indonesia with $70. Boom. Overnight, millionaire. So you can tell yourself these lies all you want. But if you change your location or situation, they might actually become a reality. And you could be telling yourself the truth the whole entire time. So keep telling yourself good things. And if they don't work out, just move to a place where they become reality. That is my advice to you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Yes, I said amen to that, brother. You are so tall. Indonesian standard. At least you made a progress. And it's very funny because you're literally a fake it till you make it kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. Because yeah, you're not short, Ben. You just stayed at the wrong country. So now you're back at your best environment. So congratulations, bro. Okay, who wants to go next?
The Bia hasn't gone yet.
Bia already. Dini Rendra, E.T., Ben, Gail, Bia, Honey. I think Alvin is not here, right? Alvin, if you are here, you're not here. Okay.
Nabia, Nabia,
Oh,
Nabia.
sorry, you can't talk. Okay. Don't worry, Alvin. Nabiha, do you want to take this chance?
Yes.
Okay, it's quite interesting what Ben said because coincidentally, my next question is kind of similar. Fake news is also about perspective. Like one person have this perspective and another have this perspective, and they drove their own opinion. So can you share some of your experience about having or listening to fake news that comes from different perspective? Toastmaster Nabiha.
I actually can't think of anything.
No problem. Hang on, let me add myself. Yes, so let me rephrase the question then. Can you share some of your experience about hearing news that comes from a perspective totally different from your own perspective? So let's say you have your perspective about a topic, and then suddenly you listen about other opinions or news that comes from like the opposite end of that perspective.
Actually, it's an example from my house itself. My grandpa always comes over. When he comes over, he talks a lot about politics and people, you know. And when I hear him talk about these things, he does a lot of generalization, like how do I say this? These types of people do this, like a category of people. If they fall in that type of category, they have to have done this. They have to have done drugs, or I don't know, they are dealing drugs, or I don't know what they are doing. And I don't think that's true, to be honest. I think it's a bit of generalization. He thinks that if one person did that in that particular category that he is, then the rest of the people have to be doing the same thing, which I don't really agree on. But yeah, when this happens, I normally run to my room so I don't get angry about these things. So yeah, back to you, Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabiha. I know this might be like a tough question, but because of your speech earlier, I thought, well, let's give this one for Nabiha because I think she can handle it. And yeah, I agree with you. We don't really have to look further. It's even in our own house, in our own circle, there are a lot of sources of fake news or fake beliefs. So I totally can relate with you. Okay, Severin, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Do you want to take the chance, Severin?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so since you're the last one, if you, for example, this will be like experiment question, yeah. If you can create a fake news that people will believe, what would it be and why? If you can create fake news that people will believe in, what will it be and why? Toastmaster Severin.
Thank you for the question. I have never thought about creating fake news because I feel that I do not have the time nor the energy to create fake news. And personally, I believe that I am comfortable where I am right now in my skin, in my life. And there is nothing I could think of that I would want people to think about me, really. But maybe if there is a news that I would like to fake and and manifest, maybe that I have a lot of money, but that would be shown that I don't have a lot. So no, I cannot think of anything fake I could tell about myself at the present or in the future. But maybe this is a good question for thought. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saffron. Yes, that's why I said to you it's an experimental question because this requires like a lot of imagination, and sometimes when you said you don't have anything, that's okay. I respect that too because you're just being truthful to yourself. So awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, I read in the chat box that Alvin can do it. So Alvin, yeah, I'll give you the chance. Yes, okay, let me add spotlight. Okay. So I'm gonna give you the first questions that I gave, which is, what is one of the worst fake news that you have ever encountered? What is one of the worst fake news that you have ever encountered? Toastmaster Alvin.
Yeah, one of the worst fake news I believe is when my friend said that the earth is flat. And at the time, he tried to convince me with all of the resource of the website. And he's so confident with that opinion, with that news, that everything is flat, earth is flat. And I am trying to convince him too that earth is globe is in a circle. And I tried to bring so much evidence to convince him, but still he's not convinced. At the time, I already do my best, and I feel that he's stubborn with his opinion. But I try to learn that if someone has something in mind that he really convinced with that, and we already try our best to remind him to show evidence, and he still not believe, I think I can live with that. That is your belief, and I already do my best to convince you, and I already do my best and just leave the argument. So fellow Toastmasters, what I learned is if we have argumentation with someone and we already convince him or her with our best, and he or she still not cannot still accept our opinion, just okay. We can leave that argument and don't let our friendship become ruined because of that. It's just an argument, a regular argument, because people can say A, we can say B, and people have an argument. But as long as we try our best, that's okay. We remind each other of our good things. Share reminder. Reminder is the best source of learning. And fellow Toastmasters, we can lose an argument, but never lose a friendship. Thank you. Back to you, Natalie.
Wow, wow, wow. What a closing for this session. We can lose an argument, we'll never lose a friendship. That's great. It's kind of derived from we may lose the battle, but we win the war. So it's all about the long-term benefit or long-term result. So thank you for sharing that, Alvin. I do agree with you. Sometimes it's okay and it's very possible to agree to disagree. And that's how one of the way if you want to keep the friendship intact. That's all for our table topic session tonight. We have a lot of speakers, and I can see that our very responsible timer has posted the time report in the chat box. So I
Everyone is
can
eligible.
say that everyone is eligible to be voted on. Great, awesome. I will create like a simple poll and you can choose later on. I will paste it in the chat box and you can choose who is your favorite table topic speakers. For now, I'll give it back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ben.
All right. Okay, so just a quick update. Our GE fell off the face of the planet. No, that's fake news. She had to step away. So I am now going to be the GE also. And the Tom, I'm going to self-evaluate. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be fun though, really short. Now we're at that point. We're about to get to the evaluation session, which is really important. And before we get there, another fake news story. Again, fake news really came into my world in 2016 when some guy was running for president and everything started going crazy along with the internet. And one of these things was that, a lot of things to us as people is really special to us is our religion. And if people could say this religious person said something, a lot of people will believe. So what happened is America has a large number of Catholics in it, right? And one little article said that Pope Francis endorsed Donald Trump as president. Like, why would he? Doesn't even live in the US. He's not American. And of course, that tries to persuade a large number of people to vote. And that's not really good, right? So it makes it really, really difficult when it comes to that. When we use something special to us that's really close to us as a way to leverage our decision making. So again, careful and double check. And as Muhammad, who's back, kind of listen with both ears, put the pieces together. It's a really good idea. But now, the evaluation session. It is time to hear some ways we can get better as a public speaker, most specifically our speaker today. And let me introduce our evaluator when she shows her lovely face all the way from Mauritius. Toastmaster Severine, will you please do your evaluation? There she is.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Dear Nabiha, it has been a delight hearing and seeing you for your speech in level 3 of presentation mastery. As someone who has seen you starting with your icebreaker and today doing your level 3, I have clearly seen that you have improved a lot with online speaking. First of all, you have great eye contact and you effectively used hand gestures while delivering your speech. It felt that you were really embodying everything that you were saying, and I commend you for that. One thing that I have noticed, though, is that in your speech, a story was missing. I felt that it was just an expose on the theme of how our actions affect our moods, but to get the speech really catchy for me in the audience, it missed a story about your own personal experience, how your actions affected your moods. I believe this would have really elevated the speech, which was really well written with a good body and structure and so much information, but it missed getting the attention of the audience by sharing a personal touch about how our actions affect our mood. There was also enough time for you to do it, and I think this is a speech that you can maybe try again with a story that you can start with or enhance or use to enhance your things that you say. But overall, I'm really glad to see you progress in your path and progress as a public speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Awesome. Great evaluation. And hopefully, Nabia, you were able to retain some of this so that you can apply it later. Right? Again, evaluations are special because it's not just for the speaker, but it's for ourselves as well. And if you take pieces of all these evaluations that you hear and you put those pieces together, it really can give you some insight on how to be really a special speaker. All right. So our speaker's done. Our table topics are done. The evaluator's done. Now it's time to get into the evaluation session. Let me call again the acting GE. It's me. All right. Let's get our timer first. Did she make time? Yes, she did. Thank you,
Okay.
Denny.
Yes, all the speakers are eligible, by the way.
All right. Spoiler alert. Again, if you don't want to hear the spoiler, just close your ears. But the evaluator of the evening is going to be Severine. So great job. Great job, speaker and evaluator for Mauritius. Clean sweep. Here are the polls for the table topics. So go ahead and vote. I cannot vote. It's okay. All right. Go vote, people. And now we got the timer reports. We got the polls up. Let's get our grammarian reports. Bia.
Sorry, I was voting. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully it'll do. Please do interact with me on this session because I'm trying something. Okay. Okay, so for the grammar, welcome to the grammarian section. So word of the day, I lost track because as you can see, it is said a lot. Okay, and these are the grammar that I heard over the period because my signal is quite bad. I didn't catch a lot of it. What do you think is wrong with this first one? Chip implemented, vaccine injected. What is lacking there?
I can't see it. Can anybody else see it? Am I the only one?
Bia, are you sharing something? I
Yes,
cannot
I am.
see it.
The screen is black still.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really? Okay, wait.
Maybe try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again. Okay, can you see me sharing my screen now? No?
Not yet. Or
That's not
everyone, please
wrong.
turn off video.
Oh,
Everyone,
no,
please
no,
turn
no,
off
no.
video.
I don't think maybe it's me. I think it's me. Let me try.
Okay.
How about now?
Still
No.
invisible, bro. Exist.
All right, okay. I was trying something new. I was about to
You
make
send
it
it to me.
somehow.
I'll share it for you.
Oh, no, no, no. It's not a PowerPoint. I was planning to make it like a whiteboard session thing, but it's okay. Okay. So so for word of the day,
Maybe the video needs to be on, Bia, for
I've
the work.
I've turned it on and then I share my screen, it didn't work. I turn it off, I share my screen, it didn't work. So,
Okay, gotcha.
but it's fine. Trying something out. I think this is the first time that it doesn't work, so but it's fine. So for the word of the day, I actually lose track because it is said quite a lot. So bravo to all of us since we for the first time said I think the entire time that I became a grammarian, this is the first time that I actually lose track of it. So, and for the grammar, I heard the first one that caught my attention was chip implemented, vaccine injected. Can anyone help me out here? Like see which part is missing and maybe could be changed? Anyone would be willing to answer?
Say that again.
Chip implemented, vaccine injected.
And
No, okay. So this is actually said at Eliot's speech, and he was mentioning about how there's a chip in the vaccine. So it would be the more appropriate way to say it would be there's a chip implemented in a vaccine that is injected to the people. So yeah, that is the first one. Second one is when I heard myth, I was a child. What do you think that is lacking there? Can anyone answer me? Nobody?
Heard a myth.
Myth, exactly. Okay, the third one, do we need belief or not? What is missing there? Anyone? I couldn't really
Beliefs.
see the chat. Sorry?
Beliefs. Do we need beliefs?
Yes, do we need beliefs? Okay, and the last one, you do not need has high level of talent. What about that one? Can anyone help me out?
Check. You do not need.
Sorry, I'm hearing someone, but I
A lot
can't.
of talent.
Sorry?
You do not need a lot of talents.
Yes, you do not need a lot of talent. Okay, that is for the grammar. There's a lot more, but my second was awful, so I'm sorry for that. As for the quote, the first one that caught my attention was public speaking does not require talent, but it requires effort. And yeah, it's a good reminder for me because sometimes, over time when you're in Toastmaster, I think we all feel this that, oh, I feel like I don't have the talent for it. Maybe I lost my passion, but sometimes it just requires a little bit of effort for us to further our skills. Okay, the second one is something that is more of a topic that is interesting, a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's something that I've been talking lately with my friends. Like we're, because as you can see, I'm a Muslim and we question whether sometimes is it our prayer answered or is it more of a self-fulfilling prophecy. So yeah, it's just an interesting topic of conversation. And the last one would be we may lose an argument, but it's better than losing a friend. And unfortunately, I disagree with that because this year I have broken up a lot of friendship. But it's not because of an argument. It's not because of an argument, but it's something that is worth remembering. Okay, that is it from me today. I'm gonna give it back to our Tom and GE Ben.
All right. Great job. And again, as Toastmasters, we are here to be flexible. Again, something doesn't work right. We have to adjust, adapt, be confident. Just like when you're on stage, your speech might not go right, but if you can take a quick break, breath, adjust, adapt, overcome, it'll get by. Because one thing about Toastmasters is pretty much all of your audience wants you to do well, and we all understand when you don't, because we're all in your shoes, which is great. Great job. And next, we're going to go to our oh so thorough counter. So put your safety hats on.
Okay, Ben.
Go ahead, Rendra.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm sharing my Excel. So you are seeing it, right? Okay, you are
Yes.
seeing it. Natalie, so far, she has made four for the lexicals and two for the non-lexicals. Total of those are six. Well, actually, everyone, you can see all those counting. However, I would like to go to my tally counter. Number one goes to Honey. Is Honey still there?
Yes.
Okay, Honey, you've made four lexicals and mostly you've made non-lexical like 19 times. I think it is good for Honey to join a game, Toastmasters, wherever you are possible to join as often as possible to polish the skills of English you have, and finally avoid all those non-lexicals. Number two goes to Jill. To me, Jill makes some improvements, as we are know Jill at the first. And apparently, number 3 goes to Hussein. Yes, he made all those combined, lexical and non-lexical 10 times. So everyone, it is not about we need to be shy or be really mad. No, it is about how we can make progress. Every individual is so unique. Somehow you can realize yourself, you already make progress in 2 meetings, somehow 5 meetings. For some, it maybe needs 10 more meetings. So this is the report that I have made. I will print screen this and share to the WhatsApp group of the Bhinneka. I thank you all and give control back to G. Ben.
Okay, fantastic. And unshare. Boop. Boop.
Stop series now.
There we go. All right. As an American, and English is obviously my native language, I make a lot of mistakes. And fun fact for most of you that are all here bilingual, most Americans don't speak proper either. So you guys are winning, right? Speaking in a second or third language. So be confident, because public speaking is hard, and so is English. And again, we're all here to learn and get better, and that's why we're here. Otherwise, why? Right? Answer that question. All right, I think we got it, right? We got our timer report, we got our counter, we got our grammarian, we got our poll. Okay, great. So general evaluator report. It's gonna be short, because I wasn't paying attention as in a GE normally would, but I'll give you guys a couple pointers. For most of you that don't know me, I was in the Army, right? So starting on time is crucial, and we are able to do just that. Even though there were only 5 of us in the room, we're starting on time. Now, most of you don't have your cameras on, so I'm talking to brick walls. It's not fun. But thanks, Hussein and Rendra. Anyways, what's going on is when we start on time, we can finish on time. We have 1 speaker, 2 speakers, doesn't matter. Where it's all about quality. And this meeting was quality with all of its flaws, right? Technology, we can't really always get ready for that, prepare for that. It happens. And most of us live in a third world country, so internet's not always great. And we understand it. Also, we all live in different areas. So that's something we're able to kind of bring together and still be able to get this meeting done properly and organized and still have a little bit of fun. And I would like to thank our Toastmaster, or that's me. Yeah, good job, Ben. Well done. Great job. All right, I'd like to thank our table topic master, super duper awesome questions, Natalie, and our last minute Zoom master as well, and our poll counter. So that's all great. Rendra, super thorough as normal. Try to count my ums, because I use a lot of them. I talked a lot today. One thing though, again, when you're telling people they got first place, second place, third place, you know, we're pointing out our flaws, which some people are more insecure or less insecure about that. So if you're going to do that, I would suggest doing it with like your typical humor, right? Add that more enthusiasm to it to kind of like take away the fact that, you know, we make mistakes with our English, you know, make it a little bit more fun. You know, that might be a little helpful. Because you already did it with being a race, you know, oh, you got the most. You lost or won, doesn't matter. But just be more humorous with it. I think it'd be a good touch you might want to try. To our speaker, thank you very much, Nabia, for coming in. Your speech and your table topic. Great job. Severine, thank you for introducing Nabia here, as well as your evaluation. Again, I wasn't paying complete attention to your evaluation as a GE would, I would just say you spoke for 2 minutes, right? You got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you're able to manage that time, you could give really detailed points and be specific to use that time because it is valuable. And at the end of the day, that 3.5 minutes is your time to shine. So when you're able to kind of structure that evaluation within the time, you can make it quality and quantity within that time. It might allow you to kind of, show the audience your vocal chops, also your active listening and ability to kind of pinpoint really useful information so they can work on it and also what they did to, what they did well. So using that time wisely, I think, is why it's there. So otherwise, good job. And to the table topics, it's all of us. Did a great job. Wait, our grammarian, Bia. I always like the idea of trying new things. Toastmasters is a place to make mistakes, even as evaluators. We're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. And when you try something new, my only suggestion maybe would be to try to come a little early when the door first opens, so then you can kind of, troubleshoot. That's the word I'm looking for. Troubleshoot your idea. So then see if it works or not. But good job and great job paying attention. Oh, we're going to make time. And thanks to Mohammed for coming in. Actually, I'll do that later. But still, thanks. I'm going to give this back to our Toastmaster. All right. Now, before we get to the polls, I think, Rendra, you're the acting president, right?
Yes, I'm acting president. I can be that. So
Yeah,
who
right.
will share the polls
Me.
result?
Yeah.
Especially
Natalie will. So Natalie will
Nat-
share the polls. Please turn your cameras on, winners.
Yeah, I will
Yay.
share the poll result and then Rendra can present the certificate. And can you take a photo as well, Rendra?
I can do that.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, after all that you have done in the past 1.5 hours, I'm pretty sure you're wondering who will be your favorite speakers. Well, actually, we have given you 2 spoilers. So let me start with that. The best speaker is Toastmaster Nabiha Mamode Khan. So give it up for Toastmaster Nabiha.
Wait a minute. I would like to pin her. Okay,
Yes.
already.
Let me
Nadia,
see.
I would like to count until 3. Then you have to be prepared. Your photo taken. 1, 2, 3. Amazing, Nabiha.
All good, Rendra?
All is good.
I'll go. Okay, so second spoiler will be the best evaluator, Toastmaster Seferin Sidu. Congratulations.
Wow, that was amazing. Super. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Extravagant.
Need to
Wait a
update the
minute.
dates on it.
Remove
Oh,
pin.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm gonna edit the cert after.
okay, I would like to take photos of Severin Situ. In 3, wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. I get it. Severin, here you go. Super.
Okay, my
Thank you.
apologies, speakers, winners, for the mistake in terms of the date. I can edit that in the photo after this, thanks to technology. Last but not least, this is one polling that you actually voted on, and I'm pretty sure you're wondering who will win the favorite speaker of the day for table topics. So drum roll, please.
Yay!
Best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Alvin Abrar.
Yay! Is it fake news or real news?
Real news. His closing
Real news.
statement won him
Okay,
this,
wait a
I
minute.
think.
I would like to pin Alvin.
I
Alvin
already
is best.
spotlighted.
Okay. Bro, we'll take photos of you in 3, 2, 1. Super.
Yay.
Alvin and the
Thank
one.
you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, bro.
Congratulations, all winners. And I hope you
Sure.
come back again to our meeting in the next 2 weeks. And for now, I would like to give it back to the acting president, Toastmaster Rendra, to do the closing. Thank you, Toastmaster Ben, as the Toastmaster of the meeting and also the GE. So please give it up for Toastmaster Rendra.
Okay. Thank you everyone who takes roles for today meeting. I'm very happy. Acting for a president, I'm a vice president membership. So yes, of course, if you somehow decided to join this club, it is me. You can contact me anytime you are available. Well, I always available. Just text me 1, 2, 3 times so I can sense that you are really would like to join. Now, I would like to invite one by one to ask, well, his or her comments related to these club meetings. For doing this, I would like to invite the first gentleman far away from Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Hussein. Hey, bro. So, from which channel that you know these meetings? So, what do you think of this meeting? Time is yours, bro. Mohammed Hussein.
Yeah, hi guys, and nice to meet you. Actually, I knew about this from Instagram. I'm searching for any meeting for Toastmaster, and I really enjoy your club. And inshallah, next time, if you don't mind, I will give a speech and I will participate. And if you don't mind, you can add me if you want to add me in your group. Thank
All
you.
right.
With it. That's super, Hussein. That's super. Thank you very much. Well,
Welcome.
you can find my email there. Email there in a chatting. I think at the top, number one, this email. You can text me or send email if you would like to join this club. Well, I'm very
It
happy
is
if this club
email.
has members from around the globes, from every parts of this universe, multiverses will be open for those. Next, I would like to grab the ideas of Nabiha. Nabiha, what do you think of this club? What advice you have? Maybe you have it.
I'll start by saying that I really like the atmosphere of the club. When I entered, everyone started talking, and even you, Rendra, and Ben started talking to me and started making conversations. I really like that. I've been doing a lot of online speeches to complete my levels as soon as possible, and your guys' club are one of the few ones that actually interact so much before the meeting starts, and I really like that. So yeah, that's about it. I really like it in your guys' club, to be honest.
Thank you very much, Nabiha Mamode Khan. Well, are you the sister of Shahrukh Khan? It's very famous here in Indonesia. So I do believe you
Shahrukh
are.
Khan and Salman Khan both.
I think you are sisters of him in another multiverses. I believe it for sure because you have acting skills that beyond normal people average. So now I would like to grab the ideas from Honey. Hey, Honey, are you there? Still breathing? Honey, are you there? Well, it seems Honey's idol somewhere. E.T., are you still
I mean,
alive? Oh, Honey is still alive. Yes, Honey. Honey, I would like
I'm
to
sorry.
grab your ideas about what do you think about this club?
Thank you, Tosma Surendra. Yes, I always, if I available, so I always visit in Bhinneka. So thank you so much. I always interest in another topic, so I will try my best to improve my impromptu speech for the opportunity. Thank you, Tosma Surendra.
Okay, thank you, honey. Never worries, honey. Your English is good as I am and as good as Ben. As Ben earlier mentions, we are fourth linguals, not only bilingual. Bilingual is, you know, less than average in Indonesian society. We are fourth or fifth lingual. So while you are joining more meetings in Toastmasters, I do believe you will find out that your English will well polished by the end of the 10th or 20 meetings. And after you doing that, just contact me. Say that, yes, Rendra, I made it. Say that for me if you find yourself in that point. Now I would like to ask comment from, wait a minute. I think I would like to get it from E.T. E.T., are you there? Are you still posting your podcast, bro? Fake news, bro? So what are your comment for this club, bro? E.T.? Hello there, E.T. E.T., are you still alive? Come on, bro. Oh my God. I think E.T. was kidnapped by extraterrestrial creature. So it is E.T., right? Extraterrestrial. Okay, it seems to me that E.T. is somewhere there, kidnapped by the unidentified flying object, extraterrestrial being. Now, I would like to give the chance, the last, to the Alvin Abrar. Alvin, are you there still with your wife? Hello, Alvin. I think Alvin has a business with his wife. It's common, and I know this very much. I think that's all. As a president acting of this club, as Alvin Abra writing down, sorry, I am kidnapped by my wife. See, it's confirmed. So now, yeah, just for fun. I think I am happy to be here as acting president. I am also happy to see many guests coming, give comments, positive comments, being involved in role takers, especially to those that that I see in a first time. Muhammad Hussein, Nabia Mahmud Khan, the sister of Saruk Khan, and then I met E.T. many times. Of course, Bia, and not to forget Ben, of course, Jubrata, of course, Dini Nuris, of course, with the dog avatar. How about Panda Lady? And Natalie Cahyadi. Even I do really love to see her long hair, surrounding her head. To me, that's much more, amazing. And of course, Bia. Bia is always amazing in terms of grammarian role takers. If my
All right, let's go, Rendra. You're doing it too much. Thank you, everyone. This meeting's adjourned. And this is how we roll, right? You talk too much, you get muted.
everyone, I'm
Have a
happy to
great
be
night.
here and would like to finally adjourn this meeting. And this meeting is officially adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. See you in next 2 weeks, our last meeting in
Thank
2020.
you. Thank
See
you. I think I miss
See
you all.
you.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
where is this club is from? Where? From Australia or where?
Indonesia.
So,
Indonesia. Okay.
Yes.
yeah,
Nice.
but Hussein, actually, this is the first online club in our district. So we are
Really?
designing this club for online purpose. So basically, it is so off online. So if you have friends or family there in Saudi Arabia, United Emirates, Arab, Kuwait,